I love you 한마디 해.
I love you.
크리스의 쇼. 안녕하십니까, 크리스입니다. 자, 오늘 아주 특별한 게스트 모셨습니다.
Hi everyone, my name is Lee. I'm from America, from a state in the middle of the country called Minnesota.
자, 그럼 이 영어 얘기하니까 빠질 수 없는 게 분이 바로 그분이에요. 윤여정 그 스승이라고 하나? 윤여정 할머니. 그분 연기가 너무 잘했다고, 너무 잘 나왔다고 평가 나오는데 미국에서 심지어 21번째 이 상을 탔다고 하더라고요.
21 awards?
21. What did you think of her? Bravo.
Actually, I've seen her in a lot of, well, she makes a lot of roles here in Korea, makes a lot of cameos in TV shows, so very familiar with 윤여정.
윤식당이나 뭐 이런 것들.
Right. And I think that she's an amazing actor. She's something, I don't know, she feels like she's the grandma that I want.
Oh, you want her to be your grandma?
She's fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like her style. She's very frank, very 직설적으로, and 그 거침없어요. 그냥 시원시원해요. 그런 거 너무 좋아요. 영어도 되게 잘하잖아요. 영어?
Yes, she does English. She does English really well. Do I do English well?
Do English? 이거
I do.
표현 자체가
I don't English well.
틀렸어요. 예. 자, 초심 잃었네요, 이
It's
친구가.
hot in here.
순수한 친구 데리고 온 줄 알았더니, 예, 초심 잃었구만.
I was watching an interview with her, with Pong Juno, and her doing a couple premieres, and she does these. She answers questions and jumps in and speaks whenever she wants to, and she's in Korean and in English. She's really witty, and really funny.
아, 재치 만점이에요. 진짜 적재적소에 막 쥐고 들어가요. 진짜 웃겨요, 이분이.
They're so serious. I'm not that serious. I didn't want to do it because I knew this is going to be independent movie. That means I'm going to be suffer with all the things.
So I guess in the future, if more films like this exploring this topic or this kind of category, Korean Americans, I think that she should be in a lot more films, whether in Korea or in America. Yeah, she deserves 21 awards.
Oh, she deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh, she deserves 50, 100.
Unlimited. Yes.
앞으로 주목받을 만한 훌륭한 지망생.
75.
75.
Oh my gosh.
네, 70 넘으셔서 죄송합니다. 네, 아무튼 잘 봤어요. 너무 재치가 넘쳐서 너무 좋아요. 나이는요 숫자와 불과해요. 네, 사랑합니다. I love you 한마디 해.
I love you. I love you to 윤여정. Is she watching?
내가 시켜서 억지로 할 필요 없는데 너무 좋았어. 윤여정 선생님 직접 보고 계신대요. 우리 크리스 슈를. 네.
I love you, and I would want you to be my grandma.
혹시 미나리'의 영화에 대해서 논란이 있다는 거 혹시?
No. What kind of what? It's not a very controversial movie.
그 영화 자체, 그 내용 자체가 controversial 아니고 그 시상식에서 여러 카테고리 있잖아요. 뭐 Best Picture 작품상도 있고 그 다음에 외국어 작품상 상 따로따로 있어요. 근데 이 영화가 당연히 작품상, Best 작품상 일반 카테고리에 가야 되는데 외국어 작품상 이렇게 여기 간 거예요.
Didn't Parasite have the same controversy though?
Did it?
I mean, wasn't it originally going to be up for just Best Foreign Language Film? And then it also made the Best Picture?
거기 아카데미 시상식이잖아요.
Yeah.
거기 기준이 달라요, 규칙이. 여기 골든글로브인데 거기 많은 사람들이 베스트 작품상 들어갈 만한 자격이 있는데 왜 여기 외국어상으로 갔냐? 이거 말이 안 된다. 이거 차별적이지 않느냐? 이런 좀 논란.
And that's because the film is almost entirely in Korean.
규칙 보니까 거기 나오는 대사가 50% 이상 영어가 아니면 베스트 작품상 속하지 못하고 외국어상으로 가야 된다. 이런 규칙이 있더라고요. 그래서 그 규칙 보고 좀 거짓이하다. 미국 자체가 이민자들로 이렇게 이루어진 나라인데 어떻게 영어가 아닌 그 한국말만 썼다는 이유로 어떻게 그렇게 했냐.
Actually, this controversy then is perfect for a film like this, isn't it? I think that is a bit of a problem because
You think it is?
Well, think of it. Like you said, it's an American director. These are American actors and Korean actors, but still, it's made in America, and it's a Korea story in America and a uniquely Korean American experience. So, why should we have kind of an archaic division between foreign and Best Picture American made? Because it's obviously both of those things together.
저도 생각했던 게 미국에서 일어난 스토리잖아요. 이 가족이 다 아메리칸 드림 추구하려고 열심히 하고 있는데 저도 네 가족도 다 조상님들도 똑같이 했잖아요. 막 오자마자 영어 막 겁나 잘하고 막 성공 바로 하지 않았잖아요. 그냥 어렵게 우여곡절 이렇게 끝에 우리 모두 너도 나도 우리 다 같은 스토리인데 이제 그 초심 잃은 거.
It's actually, now that you said that, I'm thinking my family emigrated from Germany 1, 2, 3 generations ago. But if you think about this kind of division, if they would have made a film about my grandparents growing up, and it would have been mostly in German, it would have been the same category, even though their experience is an American experience. My grandparents,
It's
they
the
actually...
quintessential American experience.
Yeah, exactly.
The American experience is coming to America and pursuing the American dream.
Even if you're speaking another language,
Yes.
but part of the process is that eventually, I don't know, things happen and maybe you switch.
Uh-huh.
My grandparents, they spoke German up until World War II. Even the churches that they went to, everything was done in German.
In 미국.
Yes, in
Minnesota.
in Minnesota. And then it was after World War II that they decided that, hey, let's not speak German anymore. Otherwise people will feel like, you know.
저기다 낙인 찍힐 수 있으니까. 그리고 또 웃긴 게 이 여기 골든글로브 시상식 거기 심사위원들이 미국인들도 아니에요. 다양한 나라에서 이렇게 모인 영화 전문가들인데 그분들의 취향이 되게 독특하대요. 예, 일반 그 대중적이지 않고 그분들의 취향 따라서 상을 주는데 그거보다는 요새 그 SAG
Oh, the SAG Awards.
You know the SAG?
Yeah.
Yeah. 그거 더 줬대요. 이 기준이.
Why?
거기서 상을 타면 아카데미 시상식 그 상을 탈 확률이 높아진대요. 훨씬 더 유력하대요. 지난번에 기생충도 거기서 한번 찍었다가 거기서 상 탔고 그 다음에 대상 타지 않았습니까? 아카데미 시상식에서. 그래서 아주 성공의 길이에요. 이 골든글로브에서 저리 가라. 이 세그 보면은 근데 이 세그는 지금은 이 미나리라는 영화를 세 개 종목에서 지금 후보상으로 올라갔어요. 아마도 상 받지 않을까. 그 상 받으면 아카데미 시상식에서 가장 유력한 후보가 될 수도 있다. 이런 그 의견들이 나오고 있더라고요.
Alright, so hopefully they do well at the SAG Awards.
게다가 이분들이 정착한 곳이 대도시 아니고 악간소. 악간소 어떤 곳이에요? 완전 시골이지 않아요?
Yeah, 완전 시골. It's really there's no like not a lot of development, or especially at that time. There's not a lot of development. It's probably a lot of farmland.
It's in the 80s. 80년대.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think there's not even a lot of, well, here, what we live surrounded by millions of people.
Oh, yeah.
That are like right next to each other. But then in Arkansas, you could probably go for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers before you run into someone.
How about where you grew up? Did you have a diverse population, or was it a city or country? What was your background?
In my area, we actually grew up in the countryside as well, but like 5 minutes, there's a big town. But I kind of felt some of the things that they felt. Like I loved the scene where there's this big thunderstorm and a lightning storm.
Oh.
And to watch Koreans who come from, in my idea, like Korea is actually a very city, I mean there's the Shigor, right? But it's a lot of people live in the city.
Oh, yeah.
And so watching people that look like they were plucked out of the city and put in the countryside, experiencing things that I experienced as a kid, like when that lightning storm comes through and they're in a motorhome. We had the same thing when we were kids.
트레저집.
Yeah, right. And you're afraid and you have to think about should we go down in the
진짜
basement?
무서워요.
Right, yeah.
긴장돼요. 어이구 어떡해.
And then you wake up in the morning and it's bright sunshine and everything's okay and peaceful, and so it really felt like home to me. But
근데 그분들한테 낯설잖아요. 시골 완전 이 허허벌판에서 정착한 이유가 거기 나왔어요? 제가 영화 못 봐서 몰라요.
The reason was because this guy had a dream. Well, I guess like what you said, the American dream of succeeding at something, not just doing work for someone as an immigrant, but starting his own thing. So for him, it was a farm.
On his own.
Yeah, starting a farm on his own, growing his own food, and selling it. So they went there to basically have their own space and create a life that he could control. Yeah. Well, for him, I think he understood what it took to live in the country, but his family was probably more used to some of the conveniences of living in the city. So like finding water, like he had to dig his own well.
우물.
Yeah.
우물 파가지고.
Water, electricity. What are you gonna do when you have to go to the hospital? And in the film, the hospital is an hour away, and the son has a medical condition. I guess these are all things that we think about growing up in the country.
스티븐 연 계셨잖아요. 그 역할에 대해서 어떻게 생각해요?
It was 대단하네요. I think that I see a lot of Korean fathers working really hard for their family here in Korea, and so I think that that's the same image that you see of Steven Yeun playing a father in America.
Yes.
Knowing that he has a dream, but also he has a responsibility to take care of his family, and no matter what, he's going to succeed. Even if he's not earning a lot, or it's hard, or there's a lot of setbacks, he's out there. In the film, he's out there even until the sun goes down in the middle of the night.
특히 한국 사람들이 그런 이미지 있잖아요. 언어 안 돼도 뭐 돈 없어도 어디 가도 성실하니까
Right.
성공한다는 그런 이미지 있는데 이 이미지랑 실제랑 내가 보기에 좀 비슷해요. 진짜 열심히 해요. 어디 가도 성공해요. 저도 아빠 그 삶에 대한 무게감 저도 겪고 있기 때문에
Do you feel like a Korean father?
동병상련을 상당히 느꼈습니다.
Okay.
I felt a little bit. Of course, he's much harder working than me, but I felt like I need to do more for my 노사모님 and my two daughters. I'm insufficient.
You're sufficient. You can do it. It's okay. 왜 울어?
인간으로서
울지 마.
부족한 점이 여러모로 있습니다.
충분해, 크리스.
감사합니다. 이 친구 잘 데리고 왔어요. 네. 자신감 심어주는 우리 리. 근데 어디 이시야? 아무튼 이 영화 우리나라 빨리 와서 개봉해서 저희 장인어른 모시고 얼른 보고 싶어요. 장인어른도 마찬가지로 피땀 아끼지 않고 정말 열심히 일하시는 분이에요. 일밖에 모르시는 분이니까 좀 쉬라. 같이 영화 한 편 보러 갑시다. 네, 팝콘도 먹으면서 사회가 손다. 자, 여러분 뭐 알아서 장가 잘 가시고 마지막 인사 한번 합시다.
Thanks for having me on the show.
네, 고맙습니다. 네, 살피 가세요.